In this video, we see one game of FIDE World Blitz 2014. So without wasting time, let's move. This game was played in 2014 in Dubai. In this game, Judit Polgar play with white pieces and Yangyi play with black pieces. So Judit Polgar starts with e4 and black replies with c5, Sicilian defense. Knight f3 e6, Sicilian defense, French variation. d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4. a6 to prevent bishop b5. Bishop d3, knight f6. And white castles king side. Queen c7, c4. d6, knight c3. Bishop e7, bishop e3. b6. So black want to develop his bishop on b7. Rook c1. And now you can see that where is the target. So black continue with bishop b7. And white continue with f4. And black castles king side. f5. And now pressure is on e6. So black move his queen on c8. F takes e6, F takes e6. b4, knight c6. And offer for knight exchanges. So white accept the offer. Knight takes knight, queen takes knight. b5. And now pressure is on queen. If black take this pawn, then c takes b5, and then black has to move his queen. So after b5, black continue with queen c7. And now you notice that black move his queen very frequently in this game. And now white continue with knight a4. And you can see that where is the pressure. But black first continue with knight takes e4. And white can capture this b6 pawn. But white continue with queen g4. And now double threat. You can see that pressure is on knight and the same time pressure is on e6. But black didn't save his knight and continue with a takes b5 and create pressure on white's knight. And white continue with queen takes e6 and check. And in this position black can't move his rook on f7 because rook takes rook comes and the pressure is on bishop. And after rook takes bishop, discover check comes from queen. So this is very dangerous for black. So black first move his king on h8 and now pressure is on both knight. But white continue with rook takes rook and exchange his rook. Rook takes rook and finally white takes b5 pawn and discover attack on queen and the bishop supports this rook and also knight is under pressure. So black continue with knight c5 and save his knight and also his queen. So white continue with knight takes knight and exchange his knight. D takes knight, queen h3 and the direct threat is checkmate. You can see that on the board. So black prevent this threat with g6. Bishop takes g6, bishop d6 and black supports h7. And in this position, pause the video and think the next move of white. If you find the move, congrats. Let's see. So white continue with bishop d4 and check. You can see that. But black didn't capture this bishop because this pawn is pinned. And in this case, if black move his bishop on e5, then bishop takes bishop and fork on queen. This bishop is supportless, but black can't take this bishop. If black take this bishop, then queen will lose his support on h7 and the checkmate comes immediately. You can see that. So black can't take this bishop And after moving king, black will lose his queen and black has to resign. So after bishop d4 check, black continue with king g8 and white continue his attack. Queen e6 and check. And now king has no moves. And black can't move his queen on f7 because this bishop guards f7. So black continue with rook f7 and white accept the rook. Bishop takes rook and check. And now you can see that king has only one move, king f8. In this position, if black take this bishop, then queen takes bishop, and after c takes bishop, queen b8 and check. And you can see that king has only one option, king g8. But black can't move his king on g7 because rook c7 comes, and after rook c7 queen is pinned. So black has to resign. And if black continue with queen f8, then black will lose his support from bishop. So white will take black's bishop. And you can see that black is down in material and also dangerous attack comes. And black can't give any single check. So white take this rook, bishop takes rook and check. And black continue with king f8 and the game is over. Because queen e8 and checkmate, you can see that king has no moves. Because this bishop covers this diagonal, so king has no moves. If you like the game, then please subscribe the channel for watch more these type of games.